Hi, my name's Teresa and you're watching Between Two Wheels. How you doing today? Hope everybody's good. First off, I am having a much better day today than I was having yesterday. So, see, it's a day, every day is a new challenge in everybody's life. So, every day when I have a not so good day, I always think it's you take it one day at a time, T, one day at a time. Might not be having a good day today, which was yesterday, but tomorrow's going to be a different day, and today is a different day. And that is my philosophy of life. One of them. One is again staying in the now, um, being grateful for everything I have, always knowing that things could be worse in my life. And yes, so, uh, and just appreciating the small things, you know, like I just did two, that I'm able to do that. Somebody asked me the other day let me check in here. Let me check in. Somebody asked me the other day, a friend of mine, if when I do this, if it hurts, because it appears that it looks like it hurts when I do it. It doesn't hurt. It's just, and we're working on this in physical therapy. It's an ongoing thing that I work with. I tend to use my head a lot when I try and do things. And I'm just so mentally, I'm looking at myself right here trying to do this. I'm so mentally trying to open my hands and then I tend to lean my head back when I do anything, go for anything, and that's just something weird within my MS. So no, it does not hurt. My muscles do not hurt when I do that, or my nerves. I'm just so trying to focus on opening my hand, and that is it. So yeah, they're not doing so hot today, but that's okay. I am still able to hold my mouse. I have a mouse pad that I use. I do not use a keyboard anymore. Cannot do the keyboard, but that's okay. I have some online programs that I use for typing and things like that, and it's all good. So, and I am on my computer a lot. That's one of my outlets. It's one of my things that I love. I'm on here a lot doing research, just looking up stuff. And I use this. This is my source right here. And I love it. People sometimes like to bash technology, but I am one for technology. If it wasn't for technology, I wouldn't be in this chair right now and tooling around like I do. So, but no, I use the internet and what it has for, man, all the greater good. Just the research that I have done and everything from my disease. I don't really look up too much about, MS or my disability because, well, I'm going to get there in a second. But I look up, all the nutrition and exercise and different resources for all of that, and it has, and for music and all those other fun things that, now that's kind of what I want to talk about just a little bit today, because I was thinking, what the heck do I want to talk about? Because I'm getting sick of myself. I'm sure you guys are getting sick of me too. But like I said, I said I was going to do this 30-day challenge, and by darn it, pardon my language, I am going to do it. But it's kind of tough. And I'm kind of a really like blah 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 social kind of girl, and I don't know, this is tough. But anyway, I just want, talking about that whole thing, every day I've been coming on here for what, 25, 24, 18, 32, I don't know, hike days, and just talking about my MS, my life in a wheelchair, and this is just so different for me. I am, like yesterday when I mentioned about my the nerve pain that I have in my legs like all the time. I know there are family members and friends of mine and people in my life that I'm sure have no idea that I have pain in my legs all the time, or that my face is numb, or just different symptoms that I have and stuff, because I'm just generally not one of those that go around talking about my problems or things, and because I just find, I don't know, I'm not one of those kind of people that, and I know there are people out there that, love that whole pity stuff, and people to feel sorry for them, and get off on all that drama and chaos and gossip and just all that kind of stuff. I am not one of those. I would much prefer to talk about other interests. I have such a broad spectrum of interests. Um, I mean, I can kind of talk deep at times. I could talk about philosophy or religion, or then I could go to talk about cartoons from the 70s, and um, nutrition, and I can just talk about anything. But my life is pretty. I like, if I could sum up my life kind of in one word, it would just be simplicity and overall joy. Uh, I like to have fun. I like to laugh. Of course, I like to stay positive, and all this is a choice. Even before I was diagnosed, I just had kind of an outgoing, and you know, I, I'm not saying this for an ego thing, but kind of fun personality, and that is not going to stop me. Yes, like I mentioned, there were a few years when I was not doing so well, but I always kind of maintained that level of being positive and always trying to make people feel good and laugh and stay on the brighter side of life. It's a part of who I am. And I'm just not a person to be all, you know, caught up in all the negative, just all that negative stuff that just brings you down. Um, I, like I've mentioned before, I believe laughter is the best medicine, having fun, joking around. I can have probably pretty juvenile, you know, sophomore kind of humor at times, and sarcasm, and and to me it's how I live my life. And when people ask me, how do you stay so positive, how do you stay happy, well, I really and I say it's part of my personality, and it's a choice. It comes down to a choice. I'm always saying, and again, what you put out you get back. And surrounding myself with good positive people, and again, filtering what I allow into my life, and I believe, like, and just not caught up in all the drama of society and what, like, is out there and what's going on now, as far as, even like I've mentioned, the news, or just all the reality stuff that's also negative, and backstabbing, and just all that stuff I don't like. Um, and I also, what was I going to say? Yesterday was a pretty rough day mentally. I couldn't think, I couldn't process. I was stuttering a lot, things were going on, and I'm really glad that I was, honest enough, and to put it out there, um, because MS, like I've said, there's so many different symptoms, and it affects all of us just in such different ways. And so if I was able to help somebody, or make somebody realize, like, wow, it's not just me, or you know am I going crazy, or it's not, it's a part of it. Today I woke up, um, did my morning meditation, my morning breathing, my prayer, and had my drink. And today is just a laid back day for me. And I can, because I have another crazy week coming up, and it's throwing me off a little. And then some added, stresses and anxieties come into play. And, that's when I take one day at a time, one thing at a time, and it will all be good. But again, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm right here. I'm right in the now. Um, but yeah, just to kind of get out of your stuff and not think about all, I could, and I think that's kind of throwing me for a loop or two, that I'm talking about my limitations and my disability and the wheelchair and just all this kind of stuff. And my life is so rich and full. And if I could tell anybody, that just get out of yourself, find hobbies, find interests, find things you like, that you just don't have to be constantly thinking about either your disease or what your limitations are or what you can't do. Be happy for the things that you can do. I'm still happy. My mind, for the most part, is still working. I'm grateful for that, for the little things that, yeah, my hand doesn't open all the way, and I'm not able to bring my arms up, and I can't walk and can't do this and blah, blah, blah. But, reverse it. Think about things I can do, and that maybe I can, and when I'm out and I'm social, and I can hopefully put a smile on somebody's face, and even everybody, like I've said before, everybody I come in contact with, I value, and I think that because everybody matters, and just smile at people or say hi and check out people or anybody. It's like, look at their name tag and say, hey, Carol, how you doing today? How are things going? And so and again, that's just part of me. But yeah, get out of yourself. I have, music is a really big one for me. Like I've said, I don't know what I'd do without music in my life. But I laugh and joke and just and staying productive. You look at productivity, the number one thing on everybody's list. It's being productive in life, feeling like you're being productive. Another thing for me to kind of feel good and positive is, I'm just hanging out here today. Nobody's here. Cooper's laying here, but he doesn't care how I look. But, just always trying to look as good and presentable as I can. And whether that be hygiene, I'm kind of a hygiene phobia. I don't know. I'm just weird with my hygiene, and just always. I know my hair looks a mess. I'm getting it cut. My mom's freaking out because it's always, my bangs are always in my eyes. But yes. But no, just always looking presentable. And again, females in wheelchairs, it's really can be a tough thing. Keeping our, feeling feminine, keeping the femininity, feeling pretty. And but again, simplicity with me. I don't get all caught up in all that, but at least I like to look nice, and always, it just makes you feel better. It makes anybody feel better. But yeah, it's all good today. I'm having a really good day, and I'm taking advantage of that. It's all really good. And I'm just grateful. It just comes down to being grateful. And this summer, I'm talking about giving back, to get out of your stuff, to stop thinking about all of what is wrong with you, and look at like kind of what you can do rather what you can't do. And again, it's that whole staying positive versus staying negative. And it comes down to a choice. I wake up every day and I have a choice. And for today, I'm choosing happy, productive, positive, and And whatever that course, however it unfolds during the day, every moment sometimes is just a choice. And again, none of this, I mean, I look at gratitude like things could always, always be worse in my life. I realize that my situation, my living situation, my mental attitude, I mean, just everything could be worse. And for that, I'm grateful, you know. But so, yeah, just kind of get out of your stuff sometimes. And like I said, I know there are some people that are around you that love that drama and chaos and always wallowing in their stuff and the feel sorry for me, pity me kind of people. Well, there again, I filter myself from all that and I will not allow it because that's just all negative energy that I can't, energy is a big thing for me because I exert so much energy with every kind of sometimes every movement I make. And but the whole mental energy too and what you allow in your space. Uh, I don't do it. I don't do it. So, okay, I know I'm blah blah and again, and I don't mean to do this, but I guess I do. I don't know. I just be grateful. Have a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to eat some good. I got some really good vegetarian soup. I normally don't heat things, but I got some good soup yesterday and some gluten-free crackers that are really good. So I'm going to have that this evening with some guacamole. Um, and sit in my comfortable chair. Like I said, usually around 7 o'clock, I sit in my comfortable chair. It's one of those golden recliner chairs that come up and lift up, and get really comfortable in that. Have my legs elevated. Watch some Netflix, something good, and that's going to be my evening. Again, it's all about the little things, and I appreciate the little things. And I cherish those little things. So, okay. I will talk to you later and have a great day. Toodaloo, toodaloo.